Hello, welcome to Astroneer. I was just about to show you my base and the things that I've built so far and where I've explored, but I do want to come back and explore this cave at some point in the future. So I'm going to see whether I have the resources to build a beacon. So I've just opened my backpack with Q, and you can see that I have 8 resource pockets and also this sort of manufacturing area at the bottom of it. I also have a solar panel which helps me regenerate power, which is this thing. I have an oxygen meter here. I have a tank of oxygen for extra resources, and I have a generator which is so that I can put organic resources in the top and generate more power when it is nighttime. So tethers are these things here, these little pods, stands, sticks that help you build out your oxygen line from your base and mean that you can breathe and explore a bit more safely. But let's see, don't want a tank, don't want these things. Aha, a beacon. So I'm going to build me a beacon. Whoop. And I am going to put the beacon here. So I wonder if I can see that from up here. I'll put it at the top. I mean, to be honest, I can just follow my fuel line. I mean my oxygen line back, but I thought I'd start experimenting with beacons just so that I don't forget. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, so you can see, even though there are things that I can't harvest, I do have these interesting looking plants. Actually, I wonder if I could knock one down. So to do the terraforming, which is the main, I guess, method of exploration, you use E to open up this sort of the targeter for your gun thing. Oh, is that gonna fall? Yeah. And then you sort of use left trigger as normal to sort of suck at the world and deform it by taking stuff away. So that's the subtractive form. The additive form is if you press Alt. There you go. Build a little hillock. And then the leveling form is if you press Control. Then the tool takes the gradient of the thing that you placed on it. Oops. There we go. So it kind of it smooths out from the thing. Right. Let's see. So I can harvest things off there. That's okay. Right. Well, let's get this back to the old pip base. Okay, I used the flattening tool to create a little bridge across this little ravine. That was quite pleasing to do. And then let's go over here. Yeah. Most of this stuff is decor. These cubes, for example, that's more just to sort of texture the land. And then these bits over here, they will generate the organic matter that I can pop into my generator for power. So there's a kind of mixture of those things. And there's also stuff like compound and resin as resources that you can find quite plentifully on the planet's surface. And then this is Piptropolis, which you build out from your landing pod, which is that thing there, and then you primarily use resin to start with, which is the purple stuff. You can see it in my backpack here. And you need to build out tubes, and then you have these little way stations, and I've used some of them to put more solar panels on for power, and I think there's a coal fuel burner over here, which is what's giving these things their power. So you can either leave these as these little terminal things and then build out from there, keep building, or you can use them as these terminus stations. This one's a research pod, and you can pop these units in, either the organic things that you find lying around, or you might find crash sites for other spacecraft, and so you can research things like habitat units, or essentially just extra things that you can build. So let's see what is in here. Doop doop doop. It's like opening a Kinder Egg, it's brilliant. Researched a drill head, you say? So that'll be an extra option that comes up on, not a smelter. A smelter is for making copper out of copper ore, which I think in this game is malachite, and you can make aluminium out of aluminium ore, that kind of thing. This thing is, I think, a kind of space 3D printer, and so I've got it set to make a habitat, which is this thing. It's essentially another life pod, which oh, that's so annoying. So I made one when I was playing last night, and I just dumped it there because I hadn't decided what to do with it, because I was going to take it underground and make it a hub for a new base, so I didn't have to come all the way back here. But in the process of saving, it seems to have thought that I definitely wanted it there, so that is slightly annoying, because I don't know how to delete that, but yes. Anyway, you can see that I can build other things. So yeah, you can build the solar panels, you can build storage units, which I did have some of, but I'm assuming an early access thing might have got rid of them because they were here. So interesting. Anyway, what else do we have? So I'm looking. Ooh, got stuck. I'm looking for more aluminium ore so that I can smelt it down and get the aluminium I need to build a vehicle bay, because that looks like it's going to be useful, and also a trade platform. But at the moment I've got things like, so there's a fuel condenser here, and yeah, enough space for for the trade platform and the vehicle generator bay thing. Let's see, where shall we go? Well, you can see there is where you will find some resin. Yeah! And you can see it just sort of automatically gets sucked into the thing, and then it gets plonked into the backpack when it is full, well, when one unit is full. I'll just put that in the fuel generator, even though I don't need it. I just don't want it taking up the space. Let's see. Right, I'm going to take you underground and show you that stuff. So, whoop. We're going to slide down. Yeah. No. Oh. So down there isn't much to look at, but you can see these things. This is hydrazine, and you can harvest that for fuel. And these are sort of poison plants, but they have these researchable spore pod things underneath, and you can also stop them from killing you by harvesting the stuff around it. so I will take them up to the surface in a moment, but for the time being, let's follow the oxygen line over to here. There are some more bits I haven't harvested. Get rid of those things because the poison is scary. Reposition the tether. Cool, right. Left or right. So right is where I'm excavating kind of at the moment, so let's go this way. So you can see that this slope is actually one that I've built myself using that smoothing tool. That's annoying, these have grown back. I will deal with them later. Let's go this way actually, it's prettier, there's more green. Right. Doing my walking, singing my walking song. Right. This is why I'm not a singer. Ooh. I think the colour maybe marks how deeply you've gone, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I love this cave so much. It used to be a sheer drop from like here, but what I've done is I've used the gradient tool to create this slope. And you come down to this amazing rib cage. There used to be some malachite here, so that's where I got a lot of the copper from. Oh. And, oh sorry, laterite, so that was the aluminium ore. Ah, I see. Gosh, my memory's playing tricks on me. There won't be any more left, it's just I think it's a UI bug at the moment that sometimes it shows what was there when you load back in after a while. These are scary. If you stand next to them, the spikes come out of these things. I think I'm healthy enough that I can show you once. Woo! Right, yep. Oh no! Oh no! Oh. My hubris. Okay, let's try that again. So it's very much a case of you just have to go back and collect the units that you lost when you died. So you spawn again with like an empty backpack, and then you just have to go back to your corpse and pick up your things. That's some hydrazine fuel that I did not care for. Bounce. There we go. And a helpful reminder of where I died. Let's just not antagonize that plant. Okay. So I'm gonna take these bits, put them on my back. There we go. Maybe I should give myself a decent burial. Whoops. There we go. This is my burial mound. Rip Pip. So yeah, this is the super cool cave. There's one of those crashed craft, but I've mined out all of the useful things to be gained from there, I'm afraid. There are some poisoned puffy things. Yeah, and so the cave system just sort of continues on in a really cool way. It's cool. And sometimes you get like deposits of coal, or these are this is power, raw power that you can harvest for your backpack, and this is oxygen. So you can see that there's plenty of resources, and it's quite generous with that kind of stuff. And I could just continue like having a look around if I wanted. But yeah, I feel like that's a good overview of how it all works. Oh, it's so lovely. Thank you!